Alright everyone, this is Ash. Welcome back to The King's Speech. So a couple of things before we dive into the Kaiju number 8 chapter here. First of all, I'm glad I'm actually caught up for once. And I'm doing these chapter reviews as the chapters come out. So hopefully this will be a consistent thing going forward. Like I mentioned in a couple of my other videos. I keep forgetting to do this in my other videos as well, but if you haven't already, please do consider liking, commenting, subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. Just because, like I mentioned in a couple of my other videos, I am looking at trying to get more consistent with uploading content this year. So I'd like to try to get this channel growing a little bit. So if you'd like to help me support me by, pressing the like, subscribe button, all that good stuff, helps me out a lot because the YouTube algorithm likes it when you push the buttons. It sends, all the positive signals to it, telling it to promote my videos and such. So if you like my content, please do like considering doing all of that. It would be greatly appreciated. Like I also mentioned in a couple other videos, plan for this month is to catch up with Yona of the Dawn, or as much of Yona of the Dawn as I can. Then February start off with Battle Angel Alita once I get back to that. I also apologize if my voice sounds a little bit different or weird. I've been getting over a cold I caught over the last few days, so my throat has been super sore and also really phlegmy, so I'm going to try not to do too much shouting or all that stuff, hopefully not wear it out too badly. If you're wondering why I sound maybe a little bit stuffed, that's why. But without further ado, let us get straight into it with Kaiju number 8, Chapter 78 by Naoya Matsumoto, translation by David Evelyn, and lettering by Brandon Bovia. So we pick up where we left off last time with the Goth Kikoru, Kaiju number 15. Facing off against Kikoru. As things back to I found you. It's like it doesn't just know Officer Shinomiya. It heavily resembles her too. What in the world is going on? And you see Kasuma Gaseki area come in. As of this moment, command of the Kasumi Gaseki area has been shifted to Officer Shinomiya, now organizing Special Unit Type 2. And Kikoru's set danger zone status to a 500-meter perimeter. Surrounding platoons wrangle and eliminate all Yoju. Be sure not to approach the danger zone. And you hear Rogers, all the grunts are taking off to do what Kikoru says. And you see her just tightening her grip on the shaft of her axe handle. You have Captain Ashiro, Master Moron, and Kafka Hibino art here. I have to succeed no matter what. She takes a deep calming breath. And then she goes, commencing neutralization of Kaiju number 15. And I Kaiju number 15 is ooh, I like that. Commencing neutralization of little Kikoru Shinomiya. And then with a flash disappearance, the Kaiju disappears in front of Kikoru and does a kick at her head. Kikoru just ducks down to dodge out of the way, and you see a bam as you see the air wave from that slash just decimating a nearby building. And 15's wow, you dodged that. I'm slightly impressed. And Kikoru's I can't let it overpower me. I have to attack. And you see as it whips out another kick, Kikoru goes in with her axe to block it. And you see that there's just a giant shockwave from the impact of the explosion. And you see Kikoru's struggling to hold it back. She's attack! It's number 2, number 4, number 1, number 3. And she's doing all her combination attacks, and the Kaiju number 15 is just dodging and weaving in and out of them. And I think she's about to say number 5, and before she can finish, there's another kick aimed at her head, and she just barely dodges out of the way as it just grazes her cheek. She's I'm scared. A single mistake could be fatal, but I have to bear it and press on. And you see them exchanging some more blows. Jeff, incredible. Speed, strength, efficiency, all of her metrics are exceeding captain class averages. And you have Baldy going, she's the strongest first-year officer in recorded history. She has the acumen to surpass Isao, Hikari, or even Narumi. It's yes, I have no doubt, sir. I'm certain that in the near future, she'll be the very core of the defense force. But, despite all that, and you see 15 coming in with an overhead axe kick on Kikoru, and you see just slamming her into the ground, this expansive concussive shockwave. And she transforms back to her kaiju form to let off a laser beam. And Kikoru just barely manages to dodge out of the way. And she holds up her axe and shield, full! And before she can say even release, Kaiju number 15 just hits her full on, sends her flying back. It's she's getting trounced, and you see the shield just shattering around her. It's like, shield's breached! Ribs and right lung damaged! You see Shuma's Kikoru just coughing up blood from the little hole that she's been flung into. Now she grabs her axe again. 15's like, it's useless, little Kikoru. Even with that little axe of yours. And you see her transforming her kaiju arm as she like lifts up a bunch of rubble off the ground and shapes it in like this monstrous flesh axe above her. It's like, you'll never put a scratch on me. And you see all of them reacting in surprise, like, she can't win this. So you have it to be continued. Yes. All right. So I can't remember if I mentioned it last chapter or not, but I think I did speculate that, the defense force can't really eke out a victory here. Like, the best I think they could do is basically survive the assault. So I'm glad that this chapter kind of reinforced and emphasized that with Kaiju number 15 kind of effortlessly just matching all of Kikoru's attacks, movement, speed, everything. Like not even breaking a sweat as she's just like completely dominating her. So I really, really appreciate that. I love how she's got like this smug, superior attitude over her. It feels very much like what we had like early Kikoru. It feels like she's very much mimicking those mannerisms, that attitude she had initially. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see where it goes from here. Not a lot more to say about that because this is a very action-packed chapter. But I liked it. I am curious. Like, we know that Kikoru is not gonna like be killed or like lose a limb or anything like that. I don't think it's gonna go that far. But I do wonder how she's gonna escape from the situation. Because I feel like it's either gonna be an extenuating circumstance that'll come in at the last moment to kind of like rescue her to make them withdraw, or Kikoru just gonna like barely manage to survive and like 15 like, oh, you're not fun to play with, and she'll just leave because she's like, oh, I want you to get stronger. So it'll be interesting to see where it goes from there. I also wonder if we're gonna get Kikoru doing the whole thing like, oh, I have like this new technique or this new power I haven't used yet because it's too dangerous. I have to pull it out now. So I wonder if we're gonna get anything like that. But apart from that, really, really enjoyed this chapter. Looking forward to where this fight's going to go and all the other fights we're going to see. So looking forward to that. So like I mentioned at the start, as always, if you like my content, please do like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Like I mentioned, pushing all those buttons really helps me out with YouTube's algorithm. Planning to get at least one of the Dawn volume out today. Potentially two, depending on see how I feel, how my throat does. Stuff like that, but I'll at least get 2 volumes out this weekend, so look forward to that. After the Shonen Jump break from last week, the chapters will be back tomorrow, so look forward to a Spy Family and a Kane reaction dropping tomorrow as well, along with another. So if there's no volume of Yona after this one today, expect the other one to drop tomorrow again, depending on what happens, either be 1 or 2. And until next time, this is Ash. I'll talk to you all later.